Kate Blackwell ist die absolute Herrscherin des Diamantenimperiums Kruger-Brent. Ihr Vater, James McGregor, hatte lange Jahre vor dem Ersten Weltkrieg Diamanten in der Wüste Namib gefunden, darunter auch einen großen Stein, der zwar wertlos war, aber zum Symbol des Aufstiegs der jungen Firma wurde. Ihren Vater hat Kate nicht mehr kennengelernt und auch ihre Mutter verlor sie früh. Mit 18 übernahm sie selbstbewusst die Leitung des Unternehmens und heiratete David Blackwell, den Freund ihres Vaters. Als Kate von Brett, ihrem Sekretär und Vertrauten, die Nachricht vom tödlichen Unfall ihres Mannes erhält, ist sie verzweifelt. Mit größter Intensität widmet sie sich dem inzwischen weltweiten Unternehmen und ganz besonders der Erziehung ihres einzigen Sohnes Tony, der einmal ihr Erbe antreten soll. Tony jedoch, der unter dem Einfluss seiner beherrschenden Mutter zu stottern beginnt, möchte Maler werden. Um sich von seiner Mutter zu lösen, studiert er nach Beendigung des Zweiten Weltkrieges in Paris Malerei. Tony verliebt sich in ein Aktmodell, Dominique, die auch bereitwillig zu ihm zieht. Schon bald stellt ein Kunsthändler seine Bilder aus. Nach einem vernichtenden Artikel des Kritikers Tissot beschließt er, die Malerei aufzugeben, Dominique und Paris zu verlassen. Obwohl er erfährt, dass seine Mutter ihn hinters Licht geführt hat, wird er Mitarbeiter von Brett, dem Vizepräsidenten der Firma. Kate hat aber noch andere Pläne mit Tony. Die Heirat ihres Sohnes soll ihr Imperium erweitern und zu einer Dynastie werden lassen. Sie hat den Ölmagnaten Wyatt und dessen Tochter Lucy sowie den Besitzer einer weltweiten Elektronikfirma Graf Hoffmann und seine Tochter Mary Ann eingeladen. Lucy, die genau weiß, warum sie eingeladen wurde, macht sich sofort an Tony heran. Er aber verliebt sich in die zurückhaltende Mary Ann und hält um ihre Hand an. Sie heiraten. Bald darauf erwartet sie ein Kind. Ihr Arzt jedoch rät ihr ab, ein Kind zu bekommen, da das Risiko wegen einer früheren Krankheit zu groß ist. Tony trifft zufällig seine Pariser Geliebte Dominique und deren neuen Freund. Dieser, eifersüchtig auf seinen Vorgänger, sagt ihm ins Gesicht, dass seine Mutter nicht nur Dominique, sondern auch den Galeristen und den Kritiker bezahlt hat. Im Krankenhaus eröffnet ihm der Arzt, dass seine Frau Zwillinge bekommen hat, 2 Mädchen, und dass Mary Ann bei der Geburt gestorben ist. Tony ist völlig von Sinnen, als er hört, dass seine Mutter von der tödlichen Gefahr bei der Geburt gewusst hat. Er holt seinen Revolver, geht zum Zimmer seiner Mutter und schießt auf sie.
Dr. Harley ist schon hier. Es war Mr. Tony. Es tut mir so leid. Ich wusste ja nicht.
Gleich haben wir es, Kind. Gleich haben wir es. Und nicht bewegen, ganz ruhig bleiben. So, ist schon passiert. Ganz ruhig bleiben, ganz ruhig, Kate. Gleich wird der Schock eintreten. Schnell ein paar Decken. Ganz ruhig, Kate, ganz ruhig. Ganz ruhig, Kate. Ganz ruhig. Ja, ganz ruhig.
So, hier.
Ja, danke. So.
Tony, ich muss Mutter retten, bevor es zu spät ist. Hör zu, Tony. Ich möchte, dass du mir zuhörst, Tony. Hör schon auf damit.
Das ist die Gesellschaft. Er hat sie getötet.
Nein.
Sie hat Marianne getötet.
Nein, hör auf damit. Ich hab dir gesagt, du sollst aufhören. Ich helfe dir. Ich werde dir helfen.
to my son?
He's being cared for.
What are they doing to him?
We have him in a private sanitarium. It's all been kept quiet.
Oh.
Brad saw to everything, and we've brought in some very good people to help him.
John, why? Oh.
No.
Why did it try to kill me, John?
You need some rest.
Why?
And we will talk later.
Why? Why?
Kate. Marianne is dead, and he holds you responsible.
Mm.
But the babies are alive. 2 little girls.
Come on, Alexandra. It's your turn. Grandmother said we shouldn't. We might fall. You're scared. You're scared. No, I'm not. Show me then. That's right. I'm not sure. All right, I'll show you. Stay there. Hurry. Eve, I can't do it. Alexandra, don't be silly. Of course you can. Eve, no. Don't, please. If you want to be my sister, you've got to do what I do. Eve, no. You're scared.
Stop that! Do you want to hurt yourself? Alexandra, get off that banister at once. Do you hear me?
We were only playing, Solange.
Do you know what would happen if you fell from here? Oh, if your grandmother hears of this, she will be very, very angry.
Nothing happened.
And we were all very lucky, weren't we?
I'm tired of this game anyway.
Oh, Alexandra, your sister likes to take risks. She likes adventure. But you don't have to follow her in everything she does. Promise me that you will be more careful.
Eve doesn't mean anything.
Well, let us say that sometimes she doesn't think of the consequences.
I'll be careful, I promise.
Good. Now you go back to your books. And then after dinner, we can go to the cinema.
Thank you, Solange.
You've been listening.
Yes. Yes, and I'm very disappointed.
Do you think I'm mean to Eve and Alexandra?
No. I was going to ask you to the movies.
Good. I've been waiting.
You have?
Of course.
That's a very nice thing to say.
Why don't you come with us? And then after we bring the girls home, we can have a nice dinner somewhere.
I'm afraid that I would disappoint you.
How would you be doing that?
By boring you.
I'm going to tell you what I think. I've been here quite a few years now, and I know you. You're a very kind man. I can see that sometimes you're very sad. Or you can say funny things, and you can also become very, very angry. I think it's time I told you that I like you. I like you very much. You are a fine man.
I think Eve Blackwell's about ready for competition. Girl's a natural. Where's her sister?
She's getting her horse ready.
You better go give her a hand.
Yes, sir.
That's all for today, Eve.
Ah, the girl with the pink ribbon. But I don't need that to tell which is Alexandra.
That's just because you saw my sister outside.
Here,
Tommy,
let me give you a hand.
could you help me, please?
Be with you in a minute. Are you going to be all right?
Yes, thanks. Here, I'll help. Thanks. She'll be all right now, Kate. Okay.
Well, Alexandra, let's see what you can do. Go on. Wait, Alexandra!
Let's go see.
You look after Alexandra. I'll get the horse.
Somebody call Dr. Wilson at the infirmary! Hurry!
You've been a very lucky young woman, Alexandra. Apart from a few bruises and a bump on the head, I can't find anything else.
Is she gonna be all right, Dr. Wilson?
As right as rain. I see no reason why she shouldn't be back in class tomorrow.
But she could have been killed, Mrs. Chandler.
Now, it's all over. Yes, Mr. Davis.
Mrs. Chandler, I know why the horse threw her. Look at this blood on the blanket.
How did it get there?
Look this. It was underneath the saddle. When her weight came down on his back, it tore into him.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Yes, ma'am. Do you have any idea who could have done this to your sister?
I can't tell on anybody.
You mean you know who did it?
I'm not a squealer.
It's not a question of that, Eve. Your sister could have been very seriously hurt, and the girl who did it has to be punished so that it won't happen again. You do understand that, don't you?
I suppose. But it wasn't one of the girls.
Well, then who did it?
It was Tommy.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am. I saw him. I thought he was just tightening up the cinch. I'm sure he didn't mean any harm. Alexandra bosses him around a lot, and I guess he wanted to pay her a lesson. Oh, Mrs. Chandler, I wish you hadn't made me tell you. I don't want to get anybody in any trouble.
Now, it's all right, Eve. You did right to tell me. You just forget everything. I'll take care of this.
It's very good of you to come with me. I don't know if it will do any good, but I can't just let him sit there without trying.
You're very fond of him, aren't you?
Known him since he was born.
And his mother? Longer yet?
Well, I knew sooner or later that would come.
But don't forget that I come from a country where affairs of the heart are a national occupation. Oh, you have that look when she enters a room.
You do know that if she finds out that we're having an affair, you will be away from the children permanently.
I don't want to leave them, not yet. There's something very, very wrong there.
What do you mean?
I think that Eve is trying to hurt Alexandra.
Really, Solange, you're letting your imagination run away with you.
I'm telling you, she hates her sister. It's true, she hates it that Alexandra looks like her and dresses like her. And steals part of her grandmother's love, which she feels belongs to her.
No, it can't be true. It's too horrible.
There is a devil in that child. One day you will find out. But I won't be the one to tell her father. Poor man. He lives with his own devil.
Tony. Tony, hello. How are you feeling? You have to keep him like this all the time?
We have to, or he'd tear us and the place apart.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yeah,
I am Solange Dunat, governess to Eve and Alexandra. I thought perhaps you would like me to tell you about them. They're very beautiful children. Their tutor tells me they're very bright. Oh, but I've known that for a long time. Oh, I hope you will be able to see them soon. You would be so proud of them.
Yeah, would you like that, Tony? Because, I mean, it could be arranged.
Yes, perhaps next month for their birthday. That's all right. I'm not afraid.
I think we better take him back.
Oh. Oh, the poor man. So stupid.
No.
That birthday. Of course, that is the day his wife died. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Eve, darling. Oh, my sweetheart. What's the matter, Eve? What's wrong?
I'm sorry.
What's there to be sorry about?
It's gonna sound silly.
Well, I won't know that until I've heard it, will I?
It's the girls at school.
Girls at school. Now, darling, what do the girls at school do? Do they tease you?
No, they're very nice.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that.
Last week, Alex and I had a sleepover date with Jessica Morgan. It was such fun. Mr. and Mrs. Morgan played music for us, and we all danced. And when we went to sleep, Mrs. Morgan kissed us goodnight. Oh, I wish we could have that every night, but all we have is that nasty old Solange.
Oh, darling, Solange loves you very much.
She hates us, especially Alex. She keeps on telling her how terrible she looks, and then she makes fun of both of us. Little rich girls, she calls us.
But, Madame, what have I done to displease you?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. In fact, you're to be complimented for the excellent job you've done with my granddaughters over the years. You've taken on a great responsibility with remarkable devotion.
For which I'm being discharged.
I'm as sorry about this as you are, but it's time. It's time that I took over the direct responsibility of my granddaughters myself. So I've advised Mr. Rogers to make as generous a settlement as possible. And Solange, I've observed your friendship with Brad, and I think it's been good. It's been good for both of you.
Thank you, Madame, for allowing us to play in your little game. And now that it is time to show us who is the master, you just break us apart. But tell me, what have you achieved? What have you proved? Except that your lover found in me what you were unable to give him.
Goodbye, Solange.
Just a minute. Before we part, I think I ought to warn you. Take care. One of your granddaughters is a danger to anyone who displeases her. She will not hesitate to do anything to have her way.
COAC announced the final call for passengers on flight number BA501 from New York to London, Paris.
I will miss you very much.
Au revoir, mon chéri.
I love you, Sloan.
Come on, Alex.
Mademoiselle Eve, I see you have many interests you wish to study here. Ballet, singing, science, art, and music.
Yes.
May I suggest that you concentrate on rather fewer of these subjects while you are here with us? That way you will have the benefit of your teachers.
But I want to do them all. I want to be the best of everything.
I see. And you, Mademoiselle Alexandre, you have written down an interest in literature. Is that all?
For now, Madame Malo, I'm in no hurry.
Very well, then. May I welcome you both to our institute and hope that you might be very happy in your years here with us.
Thank you, Madame.
One thing more. Tonight, at the ball opening of our school year, we shall expect many guests, the young gentlemen of the Académie Militaire. We shall expect, of course, our young ladies to behave in the proper manner. Uniforms can sometimes be very hard to resist.
glad I am that you came to Lausanne. School will be a wonderful place this year.
I was warned about you, Renee.
You were?
Madame Malot said the cadets are not to be trusted.
Alexandra, I assure you there's no way I would do...
I really didn't believe her. Can't you ask any better than that?
Let's go for a night to the garden. I want to be alone with you.
That's a little more romantic. 5 minutes near the fountain. Stupid little boys, every one of them. All I had to do was lift my finger and they would have done anything I wanted. It looks like you were the belle of the ball. They were all fighting to dance with you. I felt sorry for them. Men are fools, Alex. Remember that. A smart woman can control any man. I don't think I want that. Oh, don't you? Who was that young general that was following you around like a puppy? He's sweet, isn't he? And intelligent. Did he try to take off your dress? No. He's not like that. Oh, isn't he? No. Renee is a gentleman. Besides, he's shy. Oh, now we have it. My little sister's in love. I am not. Sorry I told you. Did he ask you for a date? This Saturday, we're going to see a play. Don't be angry. I'm only teasing. I hope you have a lovely time.
Please, Alexandra, one more kiss. I never knew it would be so wonderful. Will I see you tomorrow?
If you like. Good night.
Good night.
Eve? Shh, go back to sleep. I'm not sleeping. Sorry I'm late. I ran into some friends. How was your evening? Divine? Oh, it was terrible. You never even bothered to show up. Oh, that's a shame. But I warned you, you have to learn never to trust a man. Maybe something happened to him. Oh, maybe he just found somebody he liked better. Happens all the time. I know. I wonder what's wrong with me. It's a lie! A dirty, rotten lie!
Mademoiselle, when one does not have truth as an ally, it is necessary to have a bookkeeper to keep count of the stories.
You have no right to speak to me like this.
I have no choice. It is my duty. You're a very clever young woman, but you've not yet learned that men enjoy to speak of their conquests. And since you specialize in military gentlemen, they of all lovers cannot resist boasting of their victories.
They're liars, not me.
Oh, Mademoiselle, I regret to say that in Lausanne you are as well known as Joan of Arc is in France.
My grandmother will hear of this.
Naturally, since I shall cable her to tell her of your immediate expulsion.
You have no proof of this, you know.
If you insist. Here is a list of names.
This is obviously a plot against my family. Someone is trying to embarrass my grandmother.
You are the one that caused that embarrassment, mademoiselle. But out of respect for the lady, I am willing to give you the chance to leave here voluntarily. I am certain that you will be able to create a story for your grandmother.
What are you doing? I'm leaving. Where are you going? I'm going home. In the middle of semester? Why? What happened? I just got fed up, that's all. Alex, don't you see what a waste of time this place is? They treat us like children. It's time we went out into the real world. Well, I knew you were bored sometimes, but I thought you really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it? I only stayed because you seem to like it. Well, I do like it, but... I'm sorry, Alex. I can't stand it any longer. I have to go home, back to where I really belong, back to New York. Well, have you told Madame Malo? Just a few minutes ago. What did she say? She cried and said I would look bad for the school, and how could I do such a thing to her? Eve, I'm all mixed up. Oh, don't be. It hasn't anything to do with you. Of course it has. If you're unhappy here, I can't let that separate us. Nothing ever has. Come on, Eve. I won't leave you now. Who wants to go on conjugating old Latin verbs anyway? Who cares about Hannibal and his crazy brother? What's his name? Hasdrubal. Right. I'm really glad we're going home together. Oh, so am I. I'll tell you what. I'll finish packing and you can call Gran. Tell her we'll be on the plane tomorrow and we just can't stand this place anymore, okay? I don't think she's gonna like it. Oh, don't worry about the old lady. I've always been able to handle her. Come on. At last, back to civilization.
God, but you look ravishing.
You are exceptionally gallant today. Is it the two scotches, or are you preparing me for something?
If I'd have wanted my tea leaves read, I'd have taken a gypsy to lunch.
Sorry, but you are a bit obvious at times. Now, what is it? And Bradford, please don't drink anymore. You are picking up the girls this afternoon.
When you told me that the girls were coming back, I phoned the school.
Oh, why did you do that?
I didn't want to upset you, but I have heard things about Eve. Now, it's someone at the club. He has a daughter at the same school. Kate, she was thrown out.
I see. What sort of things have you been hearing?
I'd rather not repeat them.
It seems by inference that you are.
I've been wanting to speak to you about Eve for a very long time. Kate, she's different from Alexandra.
Of course she is. She's bright and resourceful and determined to have her own way, and I like that. Alexandra is gentle and kind, and she will run my foundations with compassion and understanding.
And suppose you're wrong. Suppose Eve turns out to be a liar, and perhaps worse.
How dare you?
These things have to be said. All the years we've known each other, it gives me the right.
Solange infected you with her hatred for Eve, didn't she, Fred?
Don't you speak about Solange in that way. She cared for the children. It was a sacred trust to her.
You're hardly in a position to judge her, are you?
You punished her. There's no need to punish me now. But the fact is, she was telling the truth, and that's for you to face, not me. You've chosen the wrong girl.
Have I? Will you just bring Eve to me, and we'll find the truth, won't we? I want to know why you were thrown out of school.
We weren't thrown out. Alex and I just decided to leave.
Why?
Please, Grandmother, I really don't want to talk about it.
I am afraid you're going to have to. What happened?
I can't talk about it. She's my sister.
Well, since we both love her, we can talk about it, can't we?
It's this game she's always played.
Go on.
I was in the shop, and one of the cadets from the academy came up to me and started saying how all his friends were crazy about me and that they... Granny said things to me that were terrible. Only it wasn't me that he was talking about. It was Alex, and she had told them my name. I couldn't stand it anymore. I just had to run away. There's something wrong with her. She said that if I told anyone that she would kill herself. Maybe she was trying to do something then. I don't know. I just knew that I had to get her away from that school.
Yes, of course you did.
Please don't be angry with her.
No, she's my son's child. I could never disown her, but at least I know I was right in choosing who was to follow me.
Oh, Gran. I will never disappoint you. I swear to God.
Maybe it was just a wildness in Alexandra that had its day and now it's gone. And maybe some of my father is in her. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter because I haven't spent enough time with you. I'm going to keep both of you very close to me. Make sure nothing happens to either one of you, darling.
Countess Vivienne, how nice. My granddaughter.
Enchanté, mademoiselle.
How charming they are.
You've done well, Kate. You must be very proud.
I am. I only hope that they have marriages as happy as yours. What is it, 25 years now?
26 next month, and I may be the only Frenchman in history who's never been unfaithful to his wife.
Oh, Alfred.
Forgive me, my dear. I was just trying to set a proper example for our young ladies.
Will you excuse us?
Yes. Oh, girls, excuse me for just a moment.
She must be very rich for him to keep her around. She could use a good plastic surgeon. Maybe he loves her. Oh, Alex, you're still a romantic schoolgirl. You don't believe him, do you? He's a handsome man. He's a count, and this is Paris. He probably has mistresses all over the city. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a man staying faithful. It'd be fun to find out about him. I'm in love with you, Alfred.
The Chateau Cheval Blanc would be perfect for... What was that you said?
I'm in love with you. Ever since the first moment I saw you at the restaurant, I knew I had to be with you.
My dear girl, you asked me here to choose the wine for your grandmother's surprise party.
I just had to see you again. I dreamed about you ever since I was a little girl. I imagined a man in shining armor who was tall and handsome.
Ah, yes, that was me some time ago. Now I'm afraid my armor is turned a bit rusty.
Please don't make fun of me. I haven't been able to think about anything else all day. Alfred, take me somewhere. Make love to me.
Eve, this is very embarrassing for me. I do have a wife, you know.
Yes. Yes, and she's the luckiest woman in the world. I just wonder if she knows how lucky.
Of course she does. I tell her every day.
But is she good to you? Does she really know the kind of man you are?
Eve, you are very nice. And I know one day you will find your knight in shining armor, and it will be shining with no rust.
Oh, I have found him. And I want him. I want him very much.
Merci.
Dear Mrs. Blackwell, I feel it my duty to tell you that I saw one of your granddaughters leaving the Hotel René this afternoon in the company of Count Alfred Maurier. Since no one can tell the girls apart, of course, neither could I. I thought you would want to know, since the scandal would be of great embarrassment both to your family and that of Count Maurier. Sincerely, a friend.
Gran, close the door, please. Did you have a good trip?
What did you do while I was gone?
Just a little shopping. I didn't find much of anything I wanted. You already got me most of what I need.
Sit down, Eve.
What is it, Gran?
I was going to invite Alfred Maurier here this afternoon, but I decided to spare us all the humiliation. You remember him, don't you?
He was at the dinner party the other night, wasn't he?
You spent yesterday afternoon in bed with him at the Hotel René. Do you remember that? Or are you going to deny that as well?
I was hoping you'd never find out what he did to me. Because he's your friend. It was terrible. He telephoned and asked me out to lunch. Then he got drunk and...
Everything I ever thought about Alexandra was you. You did it all. The accidents. Everything was because of you. God help me. If I could prove that you meant to harm her, I'd put you away and they'd never let you out.
Please, Gran, it isn't true.
Every word of it's true. Everything evil in my family is in you. And to think it was you I was giving everything I've worked for. I could tear out my heart because you were once part of it.
They're telling you lies.
What sickens me is that I've known you your whole life. And I never even recognized what you were or who you are.
It's Alexandra. She's making up these lies about me.
For God's sake, Eve, have the decency to stop. I've been to Lausanne. I've seen Madame Melo.
Oh, she always hated me. She always did.
No more.
I love you.
It's all over, child. I'm disinheriting you.
You can't. How will I live?
I'll arrange for a monthly allowance.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I've had these papers prepared for you to sign.
That won't be necessary.
No, it is important that you understand new legal arrangements that your grandmother has made for you. You are to have an irrevocable trust of $5 million. At her discretion, you are to receive this money anywhere from the age of 21 to 35. She has elected that you should receive it when you reach 35.
She's senile.
Beginning today, you are to receive a weekly allowance of $250.
Are you crazy? A decent dress costs more than that.
You are to have no charge accounts. You are not to use the Blackwell name in any store. Anything you purchase must be in cash. And as your grandmother has told you already, I think any gossip connected with your name in any newspapers, magazines, your income will be immediately cut off.
You're in on this, aren't you? You put her up to this.
Unfortunately, I did not have that pleasure.
My son. My beautiful son. If David hadn't been killed, you would have known your father. It would have been different. And if Marianne had lived, none of this would have happened. I don't understand why
Blackwell? Why? Mrs. Blackwell? He's no trouble, you know. He enjoys painting very much.
Make sure that he has enough canvas and paint, will you, please?
Oh, his daughter always brings him some. Miss Alexandra comes every month.
Gentlemen.
By the way, Dexter, I just ordered a new credenza and my allowance check hasn't come. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
Oh, Todd. It's so beautiful. But you really didn't have to do that.
Of course I did. It's the rules of the game. I don't suppose that either of us will break them.
You could do one more thing for me, darling.
I'd be happy to.
Well, I just ordered in a chair. And my allowance check hasn't come. You wouldn't mind, would you? I didn't think you'd show up.
It's a reflex action. When a Blackwell calls, I jump. What do you want, Eve?
Well, for starters, you can buy me a drink. I can't afford it on my allowance.
You don't dress poor.
Thrift shops on 3rd Avenue. Wonderful buys.
Either you're being very good or very discreet. Every man you're seen with in public turns out to be single.
What do you have, sir?
Brandy, please.
I'll have a scotch double straight up.
I am being good. I don't want Grandmother to have any reason not to kiss and make up.
You think she will?
Oh, she has to. Nobody else can take over the company.
I know you're self-centered, my dear, but you do remember you have a twin, don't you?
Alexander? Oh, Brad, that is funny. Alexander's not capable. Gran knows it. So do you. Truth is, you and I ought to work together. The company's going to be mine, you'll see. Somehow I'll make it happen. And you can help me. What do you say we go somewhere and talk about it?
Come on. You're still an amateur kid. I was taught by an expert. It's sad. It's very sad. You're out of it now. But you can't accept it. Alexandra is everything you're not. These last 2 months, she hasn't been out of your grandmother's sight. Kate knows her intelligence and her decency. Your grandmother recognizes in your sister an innocence that she had and had forgotten. Forget it, Eve. It's all over for you.
Never.
Your grandmother and Alexandra are together right now. They've gone back to where it all began. To the mines and the gold fields. Kate wants Alexandra to know everything. The succession has begun.
Any new men in your life? Oh, there always are, thanks to Gran. She's always introducing me to some eligible bachelor. She makes no secret of it. She would like me to be married and with child, hopefully a boy. She's looking for an heir for Kruger-Brent. Promise me you won't be in any hurry. I am a minute older than you are, and I'm supposed to be married first. Don't worry. I'm not in any hurry. I have missed you. Please let me help you. Do you need any money?
That's sweet.
But I'm doing fine, really, thanks.
Sure. Yes. Look, I'm not that proud. If I need your help on anything, I know I can count on you.